Broadcasting live from the SHRM 2021 conference at the Las Vegas Convention Center, it's time for Workplace MVP, brought to you by R3 Continuum, a global leader in workplace behavioral health, crisis, and security solutions. Now, here's your host.
Hey everyone, Jamie Gassmann here, host of the Workplace MVP podcast. We're broadcasting from the SHRM 2021 conference in Las Vegas, Nevada. And with me today is Cassondra Halpin. She's HR manager for VertexOne. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I have been in HR for 15 years. I started out as an employment law attorney and decided I didn't like that, but I had a real passion for HR.
Wonderful. I got to imagine that that employment law background comes in handy in your daily work.
Very much so.
Yeah. So I got to imagine, do you leverage that with the staff at your organization and helping them to kind of understand it from that legal perspective?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's been very helpful.
Yeah. So looking at this SHRM conference, so you're attending this year.
Yes.
Is this your first time coming to the conference?
No, I've been to about 5 conferences.
Okay. Over the obviously last year's, wasn't it?
Yes, I was supposed to be here last year.
Yeah, you're like, I planned on it. So tell me a little bit about your background. I know you said employment law. So, and you had 15 years of HR. Have you always been at VertexOne, or have you kind of moved to different lines?
I've been mostly startup companies.
Okay.
So I've been with several software startup companies. VertexOne is the company that's been around the longest and isn't a startup, but is still a software company. So I really enjoy working there.
Great. And so looking at over this last year, from an HR perspective, can you share with us what were some of the challenges that you've had to navigate, and how did you get through them?
I think the biggest challenge for us was going virtual. We decided to shutter all 5 of our offices and go completely virtual. And the challenge comes in with engaging employees and making sure that they still feel connected and have a strong culture. And some of the things that we've done, we started a project called Virtual by VertexOne, which we have 9 areas of the employee lifecycle that different employees come up with suggestions for, and then HR kind of makes sure that those don't fall through the cracks. And we have small group discussions that we do. We have virtual team building. So just a variety of things to really help people feel connected to the company.
Wow, I know that's a struggle I've heard from other HR leaders, is that keeping that culture intact when you're so far away. You know, that lack of the water cooler chat, if you will, that we've lost over this last year. I know a lot of people crave that. As a social person myself, I totally get it. So now today was the first day of the conference. Did you attend some of the pre-conference sessions that they had? I
didn't attend the pre-conference sessions this year. I have been to one general session and then one of the concurrent sessions.
Okay. So this expo event right now is kind of your first intro into the SHRM 2021, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So looking at the agenda, what is some of the areas of interest you have from the sessions that they've got scheduled?
I am really excited about the diversity, equity, and inclusion sessions. That's one of our areas of the employee lifecycle that we're working on in Virtual by VertexOne. So I want to come back with some good ideas how we can become a more inclusive environment.
That's fantastic. I'm sure they've got a number of sessions that are focused around that.
Yes.
To kind of help navigate that for you. Wonderful. Well, if any of our guests were going to want to get a hold of you and kind of, be able to share, either swap ideas of our suggestions or just to connect with you, how would they go about doing that?
They can email me at cassondra.halpin@vertexone.net.
Great. And thank you so much for joining us today, Cassondra. It was great to chat with you, and I hope you have a great rest of your SHRM show, and we look forward to broadcasting this and sharing your great information, especially with the virtual environment that you created for your team. That sounds absolutely fascinating.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.